Hello, Yasuo mains, Riven mains, and League of Legends players alike. This is Inside for Nerds here. I'm the Nightwing. Thank you guys for all your continued support. I know we have a little bit of a fan base or subscriber base. Thank you guys for watching. It means a lot. JTH and me have been insanely busy, but you know he'll be back. He's not gone. I literally just talked to him today. He's fine. We've just been really busy. But today we have the LCK Week 7 Day 4 predictions. I'm going to be coming at you guys with that. So, let's look at these teams right now. So, I feel like this day just kind of does a reverse of this day. You start off with like a really where's the SKT game? You start off with like a really hyped matchup right here, and then you go and then you just go to that. Like, you're like, ugh, gross. So, I feel like that's what this day is. You got to get through the first day in order to get to the better day. So, KT Roaster versus a Freak of Freaks. Now, I'm not gonna lie, me and JTH, we have very similar LCK power rankings. So we just, when we first did the channel, we just kind of put it all together because it wouldn't make any sense for us to have different lists. They're literally gonna be like one difference. I clearly stated that Griffin is probably gonna win the split, but SKT probably are gonna be in the finals with them. Looking back now, that's obviously panning out to be very true, so I'm kind of happy with that. But looking at this right now, KT and Afrika, I don't know what is going on. They switch up the roster like every single game. There's no consistent roster playing, so you don't know if like who's gonna start, who's gonna play. It's a guaranteed that you're gonna see Keen play. You're gonna see Keen play. And you have, Aiming and Proud, or Jelly and Proud. It's just a mess of players right now. They are not making playoffs. They know that at this point. They completely bombed on the split. They have not looked good. Most of their wins came off of Spirit playing stuff like AP Jarvan support. If your jungler is going to support and you are playing stuff like that to win, that screams desperation. Even looking past that point, up until now, it hasn't still been very convincing. I completely just, I go outside of my house right here, and I'm like, man, these games are terrible. I'm just going to sleep right now. But I still watch them because it's League of Legends, so I watch it in general. KT Roaster, I think they've kind of found a late kind of boom. I felt like the last match they played against Gen G was a little bit better. I still think the best series they played this year was when they had the Telecom Wars a couple weeks ago. I feel like that's when the roster kind of started to show why they had this potential going in. They're not making playoffs. I'm pretty sure they have way too many losses to make playoffs, but I think that coming into this match, KT want to just not lose to them, because I think losing to a Freak of Freaks is just as bad as losing to Jin Air at this point. Like, no one can really argue that. I think that KT still substantially have the better players. I think that Keen has been performing much better than Smeb during the split, but that's not really saying much considering the fact that you can look good on a Freak of Freaks at any point and have a good time. So for this series, I'm going to say KT Roaster win 2-1. I think that a Freak of Freaks can pull out a game if they cheese someone, but I just don't really know what I'm expecting. Like, UCal, the best potential performer, we literally saw UCal clap everybody when he came into the league. He literally got KT a championship. KT had not won a championship just about as long as Cloud9 have. Give or take about 4 years. So that's a long time they hadn't even won a championship. He obviously single-handedly didn't get them to, at Worlds where they wanted to go, but the fact of the matter is he came and replaced what was considered a star player in Pawn and completely was absolutely outstanding and got them a championship. So I think that he should be starting for a Freak of Freaks tonight, but that's probably not going to happen. Like, it seems to be a trend in the LCK that, like, if a player just doesn't perform very well, at a certain point, they get, like, just switched out, which I think that you have to take that into consideration a lot more heavily than I think the coaches do. Like, yeah, I might have performed badly, but did I perform badly, or did I get ganked a lot, which made me look a lot worse? See, that's the kind of thing, like, you have to kind of read in between the lines of those things. You can't go like, well, he's 5, 7, and 4 because he's just dying a bunch and he's just feeding it harder than the Red Cross, right? No, maybe I got ganked a bunch because they're applying pressure because I'm actually playing pretty well. You got to look at things like that. But I digress. KT is probably going to win the series. Freaky Freaks look like absolute garbage, and that's how it is. And then we have an interesting matchup right here. You have Sandbox playing up against Griffin. Now, fun fact. Sandbox and SKT are the only teams in the league right now that have given Griffin an actual game lost. Not a series loss, because that would, have Griffin at not undefeated status. Sandbox was the first team to actually beat them in a game. Now, it was a very close game, and then, in the next game, they got completely murdered, but right now, coming back, Sandbox looked like they were one of the teams that gelled quicker than the other teams did, as to reason why they did pretty well. I'm not saying they're bad. I actually do like their team. I think their team is pretty decent. You have Joker, who's actually playing pretty well. He's the oldest member in the LCK right now. He's been playing pretty well. A lot of people had him like bottom in their support power rankings. He's been playing pretty well. Then you look at what's his fit? On Fleek has been absolutely incredible for this team. The top lane has been playing pretty well. What does Sandbox lack in? I think Sandbox just lacking everything else that Griffin excels at. Proactivity, pushing your lead effective enough at the right minute in order to maximize the potential of what your composition can do. I don't feel like Sandbox is as flexible as Griffin right now. I think that Griffin can play so many different styles, and I think that Griffin want to come out and show that they are the top team in the LCK. Like, you look at that very, very close, mega epic best of 3 that the Griffin and SKT had played the other day. I'm pretty sure Griffin want to come out on this game and go, okay, that was a really close series because SKT are pretty much the second best team in the league next to us. We want to make sure that we tell people in this series that we're the best team. And I think they want to come out and show that. But Songyun has been playing pretty well. I think that this will be a close series. Last time I said Griffin, we're going to win 2-0. I'm going to say Griffin win 2-0. I think against SKT, it was likely that they would lose a game, but just unlikely considering how well Griffin has actually played. But yeah, I think Griffin are going to win 2-0. And that's pretty much it. Griffin, I think, are still the best team in the LCK. And after beating SKT, Sandbox, all these teams, they've beaten every single team pretty much. They have to play, a few more matches left, and they've pretty much beaten every single team twice. That's ridiculous, the fact that they've been this dominant. And they've really only had 2 really close series. That's astounding. So, yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about the LCK Week 7, Day 4. These are my predictions. KT Roaster 2-1 and Griffin 2-0 over Sandbox. I don't think Sandbox is bad. I like their squad. I think they're very, very good. But against Griffin, last time, you kind of got the feeling of like, okay, this is why Griffin's better. This is why Sandbox is like second best or third best. I think Sandbox are still at least top 3 in the LCK right now. See you guys later. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. The Nightwing signing out. Hope you guys have a great day, great night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.